Now, let us continue the tutorial. In the next lesson, we will practice combos that use distortion drives. You already understand the key to executing cancels. To cancel into a distortion drive, from the moment before standing C connects, make a half circle backwards, then press forward and press D. The window for the game to accept command inputs is long, so the key is to calmly input the command. Now, let's start right away.
Action!
Mother Carnage Scissors! Mother Carnage Scissors! Mother Carnage Scissors! Carnage Scissors! Mother Carnage Scissors! Mother Carnage Scissors! Carnage Scissors!
Excellent!
Distortion drives have a host of beneficial characteristics, including high damage output and a period of invincibility. One of its characteristics is that they are guaranteed to deal a certain portion of the full damage, so you can deal a lot of damage even when it's the last hit of a combo. Also, for distortion drives in your combos, from the time you finish inputting the command to when the opponent is no longer taking damage, the opponent will not be able to do a break burst. You should actively be using them when you're trying to go for a KO. Doing a dash cancel after Dead Spike puts you in an advantageous situation. When Dead Spike has hit the opponent, you can go for further attacks. Try doing a combo after a dash cancel.
Action!
Going into overdrive! Chase this! Gauntlet! It's over! Going into overdrive! Chase this! You stupid! Chase this! You stupid! Chase this! You stupid! Chase this! Chase this! This'll sting! Hades! You stupid! Chase this! Chase this! This'll sting! This'll hurt! Chase this! You stupid! Chase this! This'll sting! This'll hurt! Chase this! Chase this! That's not bad! Chase this! This'll hurt! This'll sting! This'll hurt! Chase this! Going into overdrive! Go to hell!
Excellent!
Only a few characters can use dash cancels, but there's no harm in learning these. After Dead Spike, if it's blocked, you can get in close to go for a mix-up to break through the opponent's defenses. If it hits, you can go for a combo. You already know that when a counter hit occurs, the amount of time the opponent is stunned from the hit is increased, and some moves cause the opponent to get knocked down or away in a different manner, don't you? In those cases, you can follow up with an attack which would never work with a regular hit. Also, hitting an opponent between when their attack begins and when the attack comes out will cause a counter hit to occur. Some moves, like Ragnar's Inferno Divider, can be counter-hit all the way until it ends. In Ragnar's case, if you can land a counter-hit using crouching D, it will be very easy to follow up with an attack. Now then, let's practice a combo that can only be done from a counter-hit.
Action!
Get out of my way! my way! Gauntlet! Get out of my way!
Nice.
It's over.
Excellent.
If you get good at doing counter hits on purpose, you'll be able to go for very highly damaging combos. For example, you could do standing C and then use revolver action to go into an intentionally delayed crouching D, or slightly delay your attacks to provoke a counter hit from the opponent. Fatal counters are hits that have even greater benefits than counter hits. Fatal counters have the effect of increasing the amount of time that the opponent is left reeling from an attack. This effect applies to all attacks in a combo that started with a fatal counter. Because it becomes easier to land a combo after a fatal counter, there are also combos that will only connect after landing one. For Ragnar, standing C to forward C will work if the opponent is crouching, but if they are standing, it won't connect. However, in a combo started by a fatal counter, those moves will still connect, even if the opponent is standing. Did you understand that? Each character has a number of moves that can cause fatal counters. When the counter hit conditions are right, if you do one of those moves, you will get a fatal counter. Ragnar's Blood Scythe and D Inferno Divider both cause fatal counter. Now then, let's practice doing a fatal counter combo. This time, it's been specially set up to force a counter hit to occur when you hit the opponent.
Action!
This'll hurt! This'll hurt! It's over! This'll hurt!
Nice.
It's over! This'll hurt! Chase this! It's over! Chase this! Chase this! It's over! Chase this! Chase this!
Excellent!
That's good. There are few opportunities to use fatal counter combos, but they allow you to deal significant damage even without using your heat gauge. That said, you don't need to worry about them as you're starting out. Once you've gotten used to most of the commands, you can practice them in training mode. A rapid cancel is a technique that consumes 50% of your heat gauge. and it will cancel the recovery of any attack. To perform a rapid cancel, press A, B and C together when your attack hits or is blocked. A couple of basic ways to use rapid cancels are to use them to increase the damage of your combos and to use them to follow up and continue your pressure after a move that leaves you highly vulnerable, like Inferno Divider. For Ragnar, his Hail's Fang attack causes the opponent to reel for a long time, so it's the perfect move upon which to use Rapid Cancel. Now, practice doing a basic Rapid Cancel combo.
Action!
You stupid! This'll hurt! You stupid! You stupid! You stupid! It's over. Let's Hades! Let's Hades!
Excellent!
That was very good. We're reaching the end. You should work rapid cancels into your combos to keep them going even further when you reach a point where it's difficult to connect another attack. Or use them after a move that leaves you vulnerable when blocked, so you can continue your pressure. Learning to use rapid cancels is a short path to improvement. When you activate Overdrive by cancelling, the duration it lasts is shorter, but you can activate it the same way you perform special attack cancels. Also, combos you do while Overdrive is active prevent your opponent from using Break Burst, so you can deal a large amount of damage and possibly deal a finishing blow. If you can get a good understanding of when to activate it, it's definitely a possibility that you could pull off a huge comeback. Let's practice a simple combo that uses an Overdrive cancel activation. This time, the Overdrive icon will be set up so that it is replenished immediately. And for activating Overdrive, the key is to hold down A, B, C, and D. If you hold down every button, you won't get a rapid cancel or any other move that you don't want to do.
Action!
Going into Overdrive! Carnage Scissors! Well? Going into Overdrive! Go to hell! 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 Going Going into overdrive! You stupid! Go to hell! Going into overdrive! Out of my way! Going into overdrive! Out of my way! Going into overdrive! Going into overdrive! Out of my way! Going into overdrive! Carnage scissors! It's over! Going into overdrive! Go to hell! Going into overdrive! Carnage scissors! Well? Chase this! Going into overdrive! Go to chase this! Chase this! Going into overdrive! Chase this! Any last words? Going into overdrive! You stupid! This'll hurt! Going into overdrive! This'll hurt! Any last words? Going into overdrive! This'll hurt! Going into overdrive! This'll hurt! Any last words? Going into overdrive! Going into overdrive! This'll hurt! This'll hurt! Any last words? Going into overdrive! Any last words? Well? Going into overdrive! This'll hurt! 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 This'll sting! Going into overdrive! Any last words? Well? Out of time? That was too easy.
Lesson clear.
Overdrive cancel combos are your chance to do the most damaging combo possible. Once you're confident in your skills, you should experiment with them and practice them often. They will without a doubt be a very powerful tool for you. There, that concludes the advanced section of tutorial mode. I was very glad to be able to watch you grow. If you feel like you've improved, I would recommend playing through arcade mode on your own, or trying out challenge mode. Once you've gotten the hang of things a little bit, you should try playing a few matches. I'm a bit sad that the time I got to spend with you was so short. If you ever need to remember what you've learned, please come play through tutorial mode again.